Alright, so, how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well tonight. In today's video, finally have here our first showcase with the brand new Ragnarok barn, and honestly, I've been so excited to showcase this unit. Not only is it a new barn, which, I mean, he is just the best Sin. I mean, if you guys have a different opinion, by all means let me know in the comment section down below, but he's by far my favorite Sin, and don't get me wrong, he isn't the greatest frontline character in the world, but he does fill in a slot in a couple teams, which I do really like. We do, of course, need these characters for the 4th slot, and I feel like Barn fits that really well. And for a lot of teams, I feel like as of recent, pretty much every team we've been seeing has just been some version of the kind of debuff Zeldris Kyo situation, but Barn actually does something different and helps support units like CUSACK that have the cleave effect really well. If you guys don't know what the Barn does, his first card here inflicts charge damage equal to 325% of attack on all enemies. The second card here applies an effect which depletes ultimate move gauge orbs by depletes ultimate move gauge by 2 orbs at the end of enemy's turn on all enemies for 2 turns, then restricts the use of ultimate moves. A little bit different to the Dissolve card. I thought he had the same one as Gotha, but I'm mistaken. The ultimate here, which we have 2/6, inflicts damage equal to 693% of attack on one enemy and depletes 3 ultimate move gauge orbs. The passive here, which is the main reason you'd use the Barn, increase all allies' attack-related stats by 10% and decreases all enemies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 15%. So not only is he helping out your damage, not to the extent that Death Pierce does, especially if you end up landing those crits, but I feel like overall you're going to be doing a better base amount of damage. And once again, for those characters that can't crit, that have the cleave effect, you're going to be helping out heaps more, but you're also helping your tankiness by lowering your enemy's pierce rate and whatnot. And then jumping over to the Holy Relic here, increases the hero's damage dealt to enemies by 25%. Not a super important Holy Relic, but with the extra CC it gives him, it does help out a whole bunch. We do have him sitting around the 60k. I do believe his max, if you completely 15% rolls, max his costumes, sits around just under the 64,000, which is absolutely absurd, way higher than what Death Pierce, and even higher than the Festicus and Zeldris, which is really nice. Having a look at the gear here, some pretty decent rolls rocking the HP defense set, and then these are his cosmetics. So really excited to try him out. Trying him out in this team here, once again, mainly to support the CUSACK, but it's been a hot minute since I've used a team like this, so yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's see a first opponent, and a nice 322,000 CC. Not the craziest thing in the world, but most of the time when not using characters like the Zeldris in the back, your CC does end up getting hurt quite a bit. What do I want to go for here? I honestly think if we just go full send on King. Don't get me wrong, you do want to do as much damage to Deanne as possible in that first turn, because once she starts getting those great buffs on her, she ends up becoming soul mortal. But if we can get rid of King, don't really have a crazy amount to worry about. But yeah, Barn in the game, one of the first characters we've had in quite a while, or at least one that I'm going to be using a lot in PvP that has that combined attack association. They pretty much haven't done that since the release of the game. It gives you an extra 1000 CC, and I don't know, the extra ultimate animations, I understand it's not something they want us to do for every character. It is also good that all the old characters have it that way, It kind of helps out comparing them to newer units with the extra 1000 CC, stuff like that, but once again, really something I'd like to see them do a little bit more often. Can we kill Deanne here with just these single target cards? I mean, Meliodas is just such a beast when it comes to literally any form of content. We're not even gonna have to use the level 2 one. It's so crazy. You go from using this guy in the deer or the bird raid, and he's got damage caps on him. You can only do the 30-40% damage per card, and you remove that damage cap and he just goes ridiculous. There's nothing that can stop him. Oh god, we'll throw this one in here. Kind of stole the showcase in this first match, but still saw CUSACK throw out a couple cards, definitely helped kill the King there, and we'll be able to finish off Gotha with the AoE. And if you guys actually summoned for this Barn, please let me know how your luck went, because definitely not a banner I'd incentivize people summoning on with all the crazy amount of stuff we have coming out, especially Jormungandr coming out next week. If you aren't summoning for the sexy snake lady, not only are you just hurting your account so much, but I mean, come on, right? It's sexy snake lady. Why wouldn't you summon for her? But no, the amount of ease she puts on the deer raid, it's absolutely insane. Cannot wait to actually have her. This is the final week where we'll have to struggle through deer. I am honestly so keen. Even just getting this week's completion video was such a hassle. It ended up taking a couple hours just because I just kept getting so insanely lucky. But let's see, this is honestly not the greatest start in the world. Gonna go for this here. We just don't have a crazy amount of protection. We can easily break the shield, that's no problem. I highly doubt we can kill King. Oh, actually. Yeah, just shy of killing, damn. The CUSACK has pretty good rolls as well, just because I use him as like my 4th unit inside the bird raid. Honestly, I really enjoy using CUSACK, and the fact his ultimate has the power strike effect on it, one of the main reasons why I use him there. We definitely could have killed her if I invested into my characters a little bit more, is all I'm trying to say. If he has more King cards though, we could be in a bit of trouble. I feel fine with Melly surviving here, but Chandler's most likely going to die. CUSACK almost tanking just as well as Chandler, and Chandler's on the HP set. That's alright. As long as Melly's alive, I have full faith in our team being able to do this one. Barn coming to the front as well. Let's see, honestly, if I go double AoE, I think that'll be like the maximum amount of life steal, which is what we want for Meliodas. Should be able to kill King with those 2 cards there, and then whoever he finishes off with a single target, I'll be fine with. I mean, just look at how ridiculous this unit is. Granted, he could probably end up doing a little bit more damage with Death Pierce, but I feel as if though, if we didn't have the Barn in the back end that turn, you know, with the extra crit damage and Pierce rate they would have had, we probably would have ended up losing most of our characters. So probably for the better that we actually had Barn there. And just like, my Death Pierce is completely maxed out. Like everything's 14% rolls and up. All these cosmetics are purchased and maxed out. He's still missing a couple just because they straight up haven't given him all of his cosmetics, but Barn is still like an extra 3,000, maybe 4,000 CC above him, and like my Barn still has quite a bit of work to go. So if you guys do end up pulling him on tickets, which if you do, honestly not too bad at all, especially since, you know, most of you guys have UR gear built from your Purgatory Barn. Definitely a fun character. I definitely recommend giving him a shot. Oh, this is, I mean, I can just tank it with the Chandler. Actually, I can block the skill effect as well. What is this one? Okay, yeah, we'll throw that as well, why not? Just get rid of it. Putting up the counter there, we don't want Meliodas taking that ultimate. Granted, she hasn't got the guaranteed crit anyways because of the Dragon Claw effect, but this match is pretty much just a win. The second you let Meliodas live, you need to go from first. There's no other way around it. And like having AoE characters like King is a bit difficult in that case because you're dealing damage to everyone. You can't like focus fire on one unit, which is why I feel like Trader Meliodas does just a little bit better than King does in most content. I mean, especially the second part of his passive, just the fact that you can do that much for your team in just one unit. Absurd. I feel like I'm just rambling on about Trader Meliodas in this video, which I do so often. And actually on the JP version this week, or this next upcoming update, everyone's going to be getting, I think it was 135 gems, which is kind of crazy. Like the fact that they're just giving out for free. Granted, it isn't entirely for free. I think there's something going on with the files in the game, but pretty much everyone has to re-download the game, and as compensation, they're giving everyone 100 gems in their gift box or like in the mail, so that's there. And then the extra 35 gems are going to be for a login bonus, which is really, really nice as well. So hey, 2 weeks in global will end up getting that one. The JP version still haven't had any like collaborations or anything drop, so you know, collaboration's going to drop and pretty much everyone should have enough gems to be able to do their whole rotation, which most people end up getting all their characters in that rotation. If not, you know, the 600 gems is still going to get you to your milestone, so you'll at least be able to select your favorite character of the bunch. Let's see here. If they just keep giving us Meliodas cards, there's no reason not to use them. I always complain about getting card RNG, or like bad card RNG, should I say. This video is honestly going amazingly. I really would like to try using Barn in the front though. Might see if I can use, who would he be best with? He's an AoE unit. I suppose I could use him next to Trader Melee. Maybe like a Trader Melee Ludociel Barn, or I could use him in like the full Ludociel Halloween Gotha Barn setup and just have him like fully buffed up to the max. Maybe even like Death Pierce in the back. Just go something ridiculous. Let's see, if the CUSACK can get damage cap, that'd be nice. Okay, yeah, just shy of damage cap though. Still, CUSACK's definitely putting out good damage. He's a unit I really, really enjoy using. JP also getting 2 new stages to the Tower of Trials, which is really, really nice. First opponent that we've been out CC'd by, and once again, really, really good card draw. Definitely happy with how it's been. So glad they've given out this Barn though, because like pretty much every team you see as of recent is this here, and even if you're not using like Kyo King necessarily, there are other teams you use the kind of like Festicution Zeldris with, which is like the main unit that's been used in the back this whole time. Even using teams like the Unknown team, like if you don't have Ram, the best unit for the back is the Zeldris, because like you use the Jack of Light debuff, you use your Dissolve buff, debuff, sorry, from Amelia. You're getting so many debuffs regardless. Let's go Let's go for this here. I feel like we should be able to kill King right off the bat. We were just shy last time, and especially with the damage reduction from Kyo, I feel like it's going to be the same scenario. That is just so much damage for Meliodas to do. Yeah, double crit and he's still shy of killing. I mean, lifesteal's still really good from him, but really enjoy using CUSACK. The amount of utility you get from the character as well, the ult drain card, I still don't know why we haven't had a buff to the ult drain card, because so many like characters have been given this exact same card, and what, we're almost like 3 years into the game on the JP version, and we still haven't got like a new iteration of the ultimate drain card. Like, granted, we've had other versions, not like the single target card, but we've had like the dissolve card release, and even the new Barn has got like a new iteration of the dissolve card, but no actual single target, new single target, should I say, versions of the card. Let's see, can I break through the shield and get you enough buffs to kill King as well? Oh, I definitely would have been better using the Pierce card there. Ouch. I mean, we have ultimate. If he just got super unlucky and didn't pull King cards, I feel like we'll be fine. Restricts the use of even at level 2, that restricts the use of ultimate moves, which is kind of nice. Actually, is that the... I think this might just be a repeat of the Demonic Hell Zone card that Executioner Zeldris has. Okay, yeah. Meliodas dying though, which has been unfortunate. Because I do know he has that same dissolve card, and I think the wording might be a little bit different, but pretty much the same effect as Zeldris. I don't know why then he just came to me. And here we go, final opponent. Hopefully we can wrap this one on another victory. Yeah, I'd say seeing as well, like, CC is such a huge factor, and even when not using teams that rely on it a whole bunch, like, if you can end up out CCing with stuff like the Barn team, you're at such a huge advantage. Let's go double cleave into the Meliodas card there just to show off CUSACK a little bit more. Oh my god. Is he gonna kill Meliodas? No, I thought he'd kill Meliodas with just these 2 single targets. That's really good. That is like really impressive. We got the forfeit so quick. I'm gonna do another match. That was... You saw nothing there. But I promise you, we'll have a hype finish to the video here, and True Seeker Melon is the opposite of hype. Did we honestly go ahead and kill her first? I think that might be the go. That King as well. Kind of scary. Got the extra merger on the card there. The CUSACK ultimate drain card doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. That's just how the ult drain card works. But at the 2-star, it does get a decent boost in damage, which definitely helps. I mean, the AoE card would have killed regardless there. I just went for the extra buff because why not? I mean, the fact that we got the extra Chandler counter in that turn's probably going to be nice. That way we can put that up in the next one. Only unfortunate thing about the Chandler counter is even at 2 stars, it only lasts the 1 turn. This is why characters like the green Sariel, I prefer so much more. Just because it's so much better. It's not having to throw up and not like that card every single turn is just so much more viable, even if like the multipliers are heaps worse. Let's go for this here. That way we don't get the ultimate because... Oh, actually, never mind. We have the attack disable. For some reason in my mind, I thought we had dissolve. Block the ultimate there, or at least the skill effect of the ultimate, which will help out. Can keep our Chandler ultimate. And I mean, Chandler is 6'6", but he is on the HP defense set, so not expecting anything too crazy out of him. 6'6" Gother, I could imagine. Maybe not. I feel like at this point, everyone has all the coin shop characters 6'6". I wouldn't say the same for the commandments, just because they do take so much. Oh yeah, he is 100% killing True Seeker Merlin there. God damn, that flood card did so much damage in return. Granted, that is how Chandler works, with the damage he receives, he deals back. Let's go... I do want to proc the melee passive again, so... Let's go like this, and I'm hoping we can finish off the Gother with that ultimate. Hey look, we did get attack disable a couple times. The crazy amount of damage from Chandler was pretty hype though, if I do say so myself. Let's see how much damage he can do to Barn here. Barn's got quite a hefty HP pool, and if he has the Holy Relic as well, he'll have even more. 150 isn't too bad. I remember I struggled so badly to get Chandler. I don't think... I think I was making videos at the time. I did my first rotation on the Executioner Zeldris banner. Ended up getting him. I ended up getting like 3 of him in the first rotation, but got that done. And then didn't get Chandler, and you couldn't actually choose him from the selector. So I ended up doing 2 full rotations, and just before I got to my second, like, just before like the 1,800 gem milestone, we ended up getting... Look at CUSACK go, by the way. That's nice damage. And there we go. That just about does it for today's video. Honestly, I had heaps of fun in this one. Good to use a different team. I do really enjoy using Chandler. Sometimes matchups can be a little bit poor, and I do end up, you know, being like, why are we using this unit? But honestly, heaps of fun. Really glad that we kind of like have a backline character that can solely support Zeldris. Usually kind of stuck, you know, having the debuffs Zeldris in the back, using him with Hero, that kind of stuff. But super excited for all the teams this barn can be used on, and super excited for all the showcases to come. If you guys are, of course, interested in seeing those, 100%, leave a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe, because over the next week, probably, we are going to be just doing barn showcases on barn showcases. But that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.